Good Fishing here, back with another video. Today I was gonna go fishing, but I decided not to because, as you can see, it is raining and it is very windy. It's just not good fishing weather. So today I will show you my arsenal of fishing rods and lures. And look, go fishing back here. So like I said, I'm going to show you my reel and my lure arsenal. So first off, I have this very nice reel, cost about maybe $50–$60. I have a 20-pound line on it, and it goes pretty far, let me say that. It's a 6-foot rod. Next reel. We also have a spin cast reel. I modified this one a little because it was broken and I fixed it. So I use this one mainly for live bait. It has a 8-pound line on it, 6-foot reel rod. My next pole, my third pole, is also a spin cast. This is a smaller pole, maybe 5 foot, maybe 5'6", 5'7" foot rod. And this reel, I have 8-pound line on it. This is mainly for stronger, smaller fish and smaller creeks. So that's why I have that one. And my favorite rod and my newest rod, of course, is my bait caster. You can see that it's barely even been used. I like to keep my rods in good shape. I have a frog here. I fish with that because I have a lot of lily pads and high grass. It just doesn't get snagged. So those are my rods. Next, I have my reel. My lures. So let's start with bass. So I have these swim baits right here. Put maybe like a 1/4 ounce hook on it. Do pretty good. A smaller version of it, maybe like a 1/2 ounce, not even. Then I have a purple Senko worm. I have pumpkin seed Senko worm. I have the Senko worms that have red tips. And I have all black Senko worms with white dots. That's it with the Senko worms. And now I have this lure. Let me get it untangled. It imitates as a bluegill, even though it is not shaped and colored as a bluegill. It rattles in the water back and forth. You could hear it rattle. I have 2 of those, and I have another version of that, just in a different color. You can see very nicely that it's a good paint job. Yellow on the bottom, white with black and white on the top. Very good. I caught a lot of fish on that. Now we have top water bait for bass. We have the hula popper. Very good for top water. Then we have this plopper. Across the water, pretty much a smaller version of the hula popper. Then we have this lip with a very long jig on it. 2 treble hooks, side to side, real fast. This imitates a shiner, side to side again. You can hear it rattle. 2 treble hooks. Then, what I always catch a lot of bass on is my chatterbait. I had a couple of them. I had a couple of chatterbaits, but then they got snagged and I lost them, unfortunately. But I do have a buzz bait, which is a top water version of this, and it basically makes bubbles on top of the water and then it attracts fish when you reel it in. So that's coming maybe in the next few days. Then we have our little melted plastic I don't really know what they're called, to be honest. We have another version of that in a different color. And one more version of that, different color. And the final one I have of these is scented. Smells actually pretty good. You can see the little grooves on here. That really attracts fish. You could hear it, kinda. So, that's it for bass. So now, actually, we have one more. Big Bite Baits. It's another Senko worm, pumpkin seed color. You can see right there. I only used it once. I didn't get any fish on it yet, but next we have my trout spinner collection. Some of these aren't even open, that's why you see bags. Let me open one up and show you. Here's one right here. Here's a silver color. You can see it just circles back and forth in the water, and it has a treble hook on the bottom and this red thing to keep it from getting snagged most of the time. So that's that, and I have a bigger version of that with actually some designs. You can see the designs, so that attracts more fish. Just got hooked. And then also for trout bait, I have in this box is I've caught bass on this bait, on this lure. I've caught trout on this lure. I've caught perch on this lure. Wiggles back and forth is rainbow lure. 2 treble hooks. Smaller treble hooks though. Then I have this 2-piece. This 2-piece mimicking a small trout. Goes back and forth. You can see this little connector right here. And we also have I actually haven't used this in a long time. You can see it's very rusty. It's old. I'm not sure if it still works, but it's pretty old, and you catch a lot of fish on these kind of spinners. And the last thing I have for you guys, little grasshopper. Sunfish, bluegill, perch, really love it. Put some weight on it with the lip, and you'll be very good. Probably in lakes. I wouldn't recommend it in streams or rivers because it's so small, so it won't really work. It won't really rattle back and forth because of the current. So that's what I have for you today, guys. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day. Keep on fishing.